most important figures in African American history in the 1950s was Miss Juanit Craft. Born in Round Rock, Texas, she was an only child of two school teachers, David Sylvestis and Eliza Shanks. She would eventually move to Columbus, Texas to be with her father, and then would go on to attend Prairie View A&M University. After that, she would go back to Austin, Texas to get her teaching certificate from Sam Houston College. Juanit Craft would go on to join the NAACP in 1935. By 1942, she had become one of the Dallas membership chairmen, and by 1946, she was a field organizer herself. Before we get into her accolades, I believe it's really important that we understand and lay out the context of the environment that she was in at the time and why her contributions were so important for African American history in the state of Texas and even in the entire country of the U.S. To give a little backstory on the time period that we were in, Jim Crow laws were still in effect. In the 1950s, these Jim Crow laws enforced racial segregation, but more importantly, racial discrimination, and particularly in the South. These laws forced separation in public facilities, the regular daily life, transportation, and even in education. The phrase separate but equal at one time was really just that, a phrase, despite being established by the Supreme Court. During this time, we would begin to see a rise in the civil rights movement, and Ms. Juanit Craft would be one of the most important contributors to this cause. Now, with knowing that information, it makes her impact and her contributions that much more important. As I said before, Juanit Craft was a member of the NAACP. She would be a member for over 50 years and serve as a membership chairman for Dallas and later a field organizer. She organized 182 NAACP branches throughout the state of Texas. Also, Juanit Craft was the first Black woman in Dallas County to vote in a public election and served as a Democratic precinct chairman. She was elected to the city council at the age of 73, and she served 2 terms while advocating for cultural and community equality and interest. Juanit Craft also had a home that is now a museum. It served as a meeting place for community members and civil rights leaders. She was always known for fostering and supporting civil rights and engagement. Lastly, Juanit Craft played a huge role in the desegregation in Texas. Places like the University of Texas Law School, North Texas State College, Dallas Independent School District, and most notably, the Texas State Fair. In 1955, the Texas State Fair in Dallas was segregated, which at that time was the norm, dating all the way back to 1889. Back then, they set aside a whole day for African Americans to attend the fair. Initially, it was referred to as Colored People's Day. Then by 1910, it would be discontinued, but then it would be brought back in 1936 and was renamed Negro Achievement Day. Juanit Craft will lead a boycott against the state fair in efforts to integrate the fair. As you can see, Juanit Craft's contributions cannot be understated. A lot of the things that we see here in the DFW Metroplex even to this day was influenced or even contributed to by Ms. Juanit Craft back in the 1950s. She's one of the most important African American figures in the history of the civil rights movement, and she should be celebrated and appreciated as such.